Shade 136. This delta-wing loitering munition became Iran's primary retaliatory weapon during Operation Epic Fury, saturating air defenses across the Middle East with mass waves of low-cost suicide drones. The Shahed 136 was developed by Iran Aircraft Manufacturing Industrial Company in association with Shahed Aviation Industries Research Center, a unit of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Aerospace Force. The drone measures 11.5 feet long with an 8-foot wingspan and weighs 440 pounds at launch. A reverse-engineered MATO-MD 5504-cylinder two-stroke piston engine drives a two-blade pusher propeller, achieving speeds around 115 miles per hour with operational range exceeding 1,200 miles. United States Central Command reported that Iran launched over 2,000 Shahed 136 drones during the opening days of Operation Epic Fury, beginning February 28, 2026. The drones struck United States Naval Support Activity Bahrain headquarters, attacked Dubai International Airport forcing flight suspensions, and targeted military installations throughout the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. Each Shahed 136 costs approximately $20,000 to $50,000 to produce, creating severe cost asymmetry against million-dollar interceptor missiles. Shade 238. This jet-powered variant of the Shahed 136 introduced significantly higher speed and multiple guidance modes to overcome air defense systems during Operation Epic Fury retaliation strikes. The Shahed 238 was unveiled by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps in November 2023 as an upgraded loitering munition powered by turbojet propulsion instead of piston engines. The jet propulsion achieves speeds up to 310 miles per hour during cruise and 500 miles per hour during terminal dive phases, making interception significantly more difficult than propeller-driven variants. 3 guidance variants exist: basic GPS and GLONASS inertial navigation for fixed targets, electro-optical and infrared camera sensors for heat-seeking against mobile targets, and radar detection systems for suppression of enemy air defenses. The United Arab Emirates Ministry of Defense displayed recovered Shahed 238 wreckage on March 3, 2026, confirming Iranian deployment during Operation Epic Fury strikes against Gulf targets. The increased speed and multiple guidance modes provide enhanced survivability against air defense networks. Shade 131. This smaller variant of the Shahed family provided Iran with a lighter loitering munition for tactical strikes during Operation Epic Fury, complementing the heavier Shahed 136 in saturation attacks. The Shahed 131 was developed by Iran Aircraft Manufacturing Industrial Company as a reduced-scale suicide drone, sharing the delta-wing configuration of the Shahed 136. The drone features vertical stabilizers extending only upward from the wingtips rather than both upward and downward, like the larger Shahed 136, providing visual distinction between the two systems. A pusher, propeller, piston engine, similar to the Shahed 136 propulsion system, achieves comparable speeds around 115 miles per hour, with operational range approaching 560 miles. The Shahed 131 carries a 33-pound high-explosive warhead, less than half the payload of the Shahed 136, making it suitable for attacking softer targets, including radar installations, communication facilities, and unarmored vehicles. Iran deployed Shahed 131 drones alongside Shahed 136 and Shahed 238 variants during Operation Epic Fury retaliation strikes beginning February the 28th, 2026. Fateh 110. This short-range ballistic missile formed the backbone of Iran's tactical strike capability during Operation Epic Fury, delivering rapid-fire volleys against United States military bases throughout the Gulf region. The Fateh 110 family was developed by Iran beginning in the early 2000s as a solid-fuel, road-mobile tactical ballistic missile system, replacing older liquid fuel platforms. The missile measures approximately 29 feet long, weighs approximately 7,000 pounds at launch, and carries a 1,100-pound high-explosive warhead. A single-stage solid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges between 186 and 311 miles depending on variant, with flight times under 5 minutes from western Iran to Gulf targets. Improved guidance systems reduce circular error probability to approximately 30 meters or less, enabling precision strikes against fixed infrastructure targets, including aircraft shelters, fuel depots, and command facilities. Iran fired hundreds of Fateh 110 missiles during the opening days of Operation Epic Fury, beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, and United States Fifth Fleet Headquarters in Bahrain. Zulfiqar. This extended-range variant of the Fateh family provided Iran with enhanced precision strike capability against targets deep in the Gulf region during Operation Epic Fury retaliation operations. The Zulfiqar was developed by Iran's aerospace industries as an improved Fateh 110 derivative with increased range and accuracy for attacking high-value infrastructure targets. A single-stage solid-fuel rocket motor generates increased thrust compared to the baseline Fateh 110, propelling the weapon to ranges approaching 435 miles while maintaining the 1,100-pound warhead capacity. The guidance system combines GPS and inertial navigation with terminal phase corrections, reducing circular error probable to enable precision attacks against hardened point targets, including aircraft shelters, radar installations, and reinforced command bunkers. Iran deployed Zulfiqar missiles during Operation Epic Fury strikes beginning February 28, 2026, targeting United States and allied military installations throughout the Gulf Cooperation Council nations. The extended range placed targets across the Arabian Peninsula within reach from Iranian launch positions, forcing defensive systems to engage threats across broader geographic areas. GEM-1. This liquid-fuel ballistic missile introduced aerodynamic refinements and improved terminal stability to Iran's short-range strike arsenal during Operation Epic Fury retaliation attacks. The GEM-1 was developed by Iran as a modified variant of the Shahab-2 missile with the distinctive feature of removing the missile's tail fins, relying instead on thrust vectoring for flight control. The missile measures approximately 38 feet long and carries a 1,650-pound high-explosive warhead. A single-stage liquid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges between 435 and 500 miles depending on payload configuration and trajectory optimization. The liquid-fuel propulsion requires fueling operations at launch sites, creating vulnerability windows of 30 to 60 minutes during which transporter, erector launcher vehicles, and support equipment remain stationary and targetable. Iran deployed GEM-1 missiles during Operation Epic Fury beginning February 28, 2026, firing volleys against United States military bases and allied infrastructure throughout the Gulf region. Shahab-3. This medium-range ballistic missile served as the backbone of Iran's regional deterrence posture during Operation Epic Fury, threatening targets throughout the Middle East from mobile launch platforms. The Shahab-3 was developed by Iran in the 1990s based on North Korean Nodong missile technology, entering service in the early 2000s as Iran's first operational medium-range ballistic missile. The missile measures approximately 52 feet long and carries a 2,200-pound high-explosive warhead. A single-stage liquid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges approaching 810 miles, placing Israel, southeastern Europe, and deep Gulf strategic infrastructure within striking distance from Iranian territory. The guidance system combines inertial navigation with limited terminal corrections, producing circular error probable around 625 feet, significantly less accurate than newer Iranian missile designs, but sufficient for attacks against area targets. Iran fired numerous Shahab-3 missiles during Operation Epic Fury beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Israeli population centers, military bases throughout the Gulf region, and allied infrastructure across Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Imad. This maneuvering re-entry vehicle variant of the Shahab-3 introduced terminal phase guidance corrections to improve accuracy against fixed high-value targets during Operation Epic Fury strikes. The Imad was developed by Iran as an upgraded Shahab-3 derivative featuring a guided re-entry vehicle capable of adjusting trajectory during descent. The missile measures approximately 52 feet long, similar to the baseline Shahab-3, and carries a 1,650-pound high-explosive warhead. A single-stage liquid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges approaching 1,060 miles, extending the Shahab-3's reach while maintaining mobile launcher compatibility. The maneuvering re-entry vehicle incorporates terminal phase aerodynamic steering surfaces that activate during descent, allowing trajectory corrections based on GPS and inertial navigation guidance inputs. Iran deployed Imad missiles during Operation Epic Fury beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Israeli military installations, coalition command facilities, and reinforced infrastructure throughout the region. Ghadar-1. This extended-range variant of the Shahab-3 family provided Iran with the capability to strike targets throughout the entire Middle East during Operation Epic Fury retaliation operations. The Ghadar-1 was developed by Iran as a stretched Shahab-3 derivative, featuring increased fuel capacity and improved propulsion systems for extended range. The missile measures approximately 54 feet long, with a reduced diameter warhead section compared to the baseline Shahab-3. A single-stage liquid-fuel rocket motor generates enhanced thrust through improved combustion efficiency, propelling the weapon to ranges approaching 1,212 miles. The extended range places targets across Israel, southeastern Europe, Turkey, and the entire Arabian Peninsula within striking distance from Iranian launch positions. Iran fired Ghadar-1 missiles during Operation Epic Fury beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Israeli cities, United States military installations, and coalition infrastructure throughout the region. Khaybar Shikan. This newer generation solid-fuel ballistic missile represented Iran's modernization efforts to improve precision and survivability against coalition air defenses during Operation Epic Fury. The Khaybar Shikan was unveiled by Iran in 2022 as an advanced medium-range ballistic missile designed with lighter structural components and faster launch preparation compared to earlier systems. A single-stage solid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges approaching 900 miles, placing Israeli territory, Gulf military installations, and regional coalition infrastructure within striking distance. The guidance system incorporates a maneuverable re-entry vehicle allowing trajectory alterations during terminal descent phase, complicating interception attempts by air defense systems. Iranian officials claim the Khaybar Shikan achieved circular error probable under 33 feet, representing substantial accuracy improvement, enabling precision attacks against specific hardened targets rather than area bombardment. Iran deployed Khaybar Shikan missiles during Operation Epic Fury, beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Israeli air bases, United States military facilities, and coalition command infrastructure throughout the region. Khorram Shahar. This heavy payload ballistic missile occupies the maximum range capability in Iran's acknowledged arsenal, designed to deliver substantially larger warheads than other Iranian systems during Operation Epic Fury strikes. The Khorram Shah family was developed by Iran with a design philosophy reflecting North Korean Musadan missile technology, first displayed publicly in 2022 with the Khorram Shah 4 variant designated Khaybar. The missile features a widened conical nose section measuring approximately 5 feet in diameter, substantially larger than other Iranian ballistic missiles and capable of accommodating heavier warheads. A single-stage liquid-fuel rocket motor propels the weapon to ranges approaching 1,243 miles, representing Iran's self-imposed maximum range cap, described by Iranian officials as sufficient for regional deterrence. Iran deployed Khorram Shah missiles during Operation Epic Fury, beginning February 28, 2026, targeting high-value Israeli infrastructure, coalition command facilities, and strategic installations throughout the region. The heavy warhead capacity enabled attacks against deeply buried or heavily reinforced targets requiring substantial explosive force for penetration and destruction. Schedule. This two-stage solid-fuel ballistic missile provided Iran with rapid launch capability and enhanced survivability during Operation Epic Fury, representing the technological pinnacle of Iran's indigenous ballistic missile development program. The Schedule was developed by Iran beginning in the mid-2000s as the first domestically produced two-stage solid-fuel medium-range ballistic missile, achieving initial operational capability around 2011. The missile measures approximately 59 feet long and incorporates advanced composite materials reducing overall weight while maintaining structural integrity. Two solid-fuel rocket motors arranged in tandem staging configuration propel the weapon to ranges approaching 1,243 miles, matching the Khorram Shah's maximum reach while offering substantial operational advantages. The rapid launch capability drastically reduces vulnerability to preemptive strikes, enabling Iranian forces to disperse launchers, relocate frequently, and fire before coalition surveillance assets can detect and target launch positions. Iran deployed Schedule missiles during Operation Epic Fury beginning February 28, 2026, targeting Israeli military installations, coalition command facilities, and strategic infrastructure throughout the Middle East. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. See you on the next one.